settle it.
On this tiny fire.
Flashback.
Hi. Come in. Welcome to my kitchen. Okay, so I've gotten a lot of questions on what I eat, what Nigerians eat. But like many people say, Nigeria is not something that you can explain, it's something that you have to experience. So I have decided to come and show you what I eat and how I get like replacements of the normal things that we eat in Nigeria. Today I'm going to be cooking Egusi soup, and it's not just any Egusi soup, it's vegan. So one of the reasons that I like Egusi soup is that it's very healthy, high in proteins, like the seeds itself are high in proteins, just like any other seed. And so you can get your complete protein from your Egusi. And it's gonna be vegan. Okay, disclaimer, I'm not 100% vegan, but I always try to eat more vegan things. And so come on, let me show you what I'm going to need. So I'm going to need a little pot, a little pan, nothing too much. I'm not going to make a lot because I'm just trying to keep it simple for the optics, try to keep it small for the optics. But normally I make more than I am making now. Moreover, here is palm oil. So this is unrefined palm oil. That's why it's red and it's very thick. It's really thick. And so you might want to use maybe warm water to heat it up, especially during the colder months of like spring or winter or autumn. And then I'm going to need some, here I have green peppers, green chili peppers, and I'm going to put it all, also the seeds. Here I have sweet red peppers. This one is frozen, this one is fresh. I mean, it's the same thing, it's just that I froze it. And then this right here is frozen spinach. That's frozen spinach. And the star of the show, the reason we're all here is, now what these are is melon seeds, pumpkin seeds or melon seeds. Normally we use Egusi seeds, but this one is a very good replacement. It looks like it's just that it's green, and I think it's a little bit bigger. Is it bigger?
Yeah, it is.
It is bigger, yeah. So it's a little bit bigger than the regular one, and this one has already been peeled. I mean, most of them have already been peeled. We've seen some that, anyway. Okay, and oh, one more thing. I'm also going to need some onions. And then to give it that fishy taste that Nigerian food normally has, I'm going to use some nori sheets. Do you know nori?
No.
No? Anyway, so this smells like fish, doesn't it? It smells fishy.
So like seaweed.
It's seaweed, yeah. So this is nori, and it's going to give it the fishy taste. And I'm also going to use like some food processor just to blend things up. And then normally we have it with something like pounded yam or whatever. And so I've got two options. We have manka, which is semolina. So this is semolina. You put it in hot water and it forms blah blah blah, okay? And oats flour. So this oat flour, it has high proteins, and if you're asking where do vegans get their proteins from, voila. Okay, what else? That's it. Let's crack on cooking. Okay, so here I'm just using my food grade designated kitchen scissors to cut the nori into the peppers and the chili peppers. And you can see it's all flying all around. It doesn't like me, but yeah, just want to cut that in. And then after cutting it in, I'm going to blend it. Just want to blend it until it's roughly chopped, not too smooth, a little bit rustic. That's the kind of texture that I like to have in my soups and sauces. And then I'm adding the melon seeds into the blender cup.
sometimes I like to sort it because not all of them are shaft whatever. And then obviously I'm gonna wash it, give it a little bit of a rinse, make sure there's no dust or dirt or anything in it. Just rinse it. And of course sieve it after that. Now I'm going to add some clean water to give it a blend. So I'm just going to use my immersion blender here. And now I'm just melting palm oil with some warm water. Make sure that everything is nice and melted. Not too hot, but warm enough just to melt it a little bit. And after melting it, I'm going to give it a little bit of a shake. Make sure that everything is mixed in. The ones that are melted and the parts that are not melted. And I have my pot already heated to a very high heat. Then I add my palm oil. I'm going to heat this oil until it's nice and hot and smoky. That is the point. That's what gives it the flavor. That special palm oil smoky flavor. So this is my blended peppers, chopped onions, blended pumpkin seeds, and defrosted frozen spinach, and of course tomato paste. So smoky.
Possibly also you wanna, cross ventilate.
You know, pointed up. From this tiny fan.
So anyway, now to my very hot oil, I'm adding my chopped onions. So I usually like to fry the onions until they are nice and dry. Not burned, but you want to make it really dry. So that's going to take maybe like, I don't know, 2 to 5 minutes. I really don't know. I have no recipe whatsoever. So that is the consistency.
This is the consistency that you want to get to, where it's been fried dry. I mean, I like it when it's been fried dry. Just gives you that whole different taste and texture. Okay. And then a mix of chilies and onions. Oh, this is going to be because of that chili. Between every stage. Special thing that I like to add, black pepper.
Can you hold the black pepper like this? No, like when you're done.
Great. So after that, it's been frying for a nice while, nicely cooked. I'm going to add my stock cubes. So this is a Nigerian brand. No, it's not a Nigerian brand, but it's a brand popular in Nigeria. It's Knorr. So that's like chicken seasoning cubes. I don't think it has any chicken inside, but it just has a nice flavor. It's good for soups and stews. So I'm just going to crush that in, make sure it's nice and incorporated. And I got a splash there. Okay, after that, I'm adding my blended pumpkin seeds. Sometimes I say pumpkin, melon, it's the same thing, whatever. Pumpkin seeds, melon seeds, tomato, it doesn't matter. And I'm going to mix it thoroughly. And And obviously I'm just going to scrape the rest of it in, make sure you got it all in. And I'm going to rinse that with a little bit of water to make sure that I have all of it in. And of course the water will help the egusi to cook and give it that final texture that it's supposed to have. So just a little bit of water. Some could add more, but usually I like mine a little bit on the thicker side, so I'm not going to add too much water. So yes, I added more and more water. And cover it and make sure it cooks for like 5 to 10 minutes. Really, I don't know. Just make sure it doesn't burn. Ooh, and there we are. It's all cooked. It's all almost done. Not all done. Almost done. I just reduced the heat there to make sure it doesn't burn at the bottom. But this is the consistency that you are looking for. And I'm going to add my defrosted spinach right now and mix everything in. So spinach is a vegetable. You don't need to cook it for too long. I'm just going to allow it to steam for about a minute or so to make sure that it's nice and cooked, but not too cooked, if you get what I mean. So I'm just going to mix that thoroughly. All right, now that that is all done, I'm going to make the semolina fufu, if I can call it that. So that's my boiling water in the pot, and after that I'm going to crank up the heat. Make sure it's very high. I'm going to cover the pot so that it goes back up to temperature. Put the semolina flour or the manka, and I'm just going to put that in with the hot water. I really don't know what is the exact recipe, but I usually I play it by ear. Really, I just feel when it's enough and then I know. So right there it is not enough. So what I'm about to do is I'm going to add more semolina flour really quickly so that everything cooks evenly. I'm just going to add a little bit more as the spirit leads and mix that in. Make sure it's thoroughly mixed. So after struggling to get it all mixed, this is not an easy job. It looks easier than it actually is. And yeah, sometimes I use oat flour, but here I just decided to use semolina flour because my friend is more used to it. So here we have our prepared meal: egusi soup, vegan, and semolina fufu. I hope you liked this vlog. If you did, please don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button so that it reaches more people, and tell me your comments in the comment section. See ya. Bye.